Unit 3. Go local. Volunteer and make your community better. We now continue our journey to community development. In the last unit, we've paid attention to the budget for your project proposal. Still, there are so many things one can do for the community with very limited budget or even none at all. The most important way of doing this is to volunteer. There are numerous activities you can do as a volunteer. For instance, you can join an ecological organization and organize a park cleanup, or you can help elderly people with their daily activities. Sounds interesting? Well, let me tell you the best part. You can volunteer abroad. Not only will you gain new valuable skills and feel awesome by doing something great for the community, but you will also make new friends, explore new places and meet different cultures. A lot of people think that volunteering is entirely free, but this is often not true. Many of the volunteering programs actually cover the basic living costs for the volunteers. Wanna hear more about it? Check out the European Voluntary Service, or EVS for short, part of the Great Erasmus Plus program. We will talk more about Erasmus Plus a bit later. EVS is probably the best experience one can have. It allows youngsters aged from 17 to 30 to spend time volunteering and living abroad. This year, EVS celebrates its 20th anniversary. It has so far supported 100,000 youngsters. But why is EVS so great?
I did my EVS in Macedonia. It is a short-term EVS. Why it was special? Because I learned mainly three things. One is culture. The Macedonian culture is really very rich in so many things, especially the gastronomy. And also secondly, I was exposed to a new skill, that is sport and journalism, which I didn't know before until I went for this EVS. And also I was able to play handball. I didn't play handball before, so for me these were really very new experiences for me that I found very interesting during my summer.
I did my EVS in Georgia in youth organization. I was working there with children with fewer opportunities. This experience totally changed my life. I learned to be more tolerant, more open-minded and respectful. When I came back to Slovakia, I started to be more active. I started to work in one organization. Now I'm going to write a master thesis about Georgia's economy. Also, I will delegate a group of people from Georgia in this July.
I totally agree with what they say. I was also an EVS volunteer myself, and I can tell you that there is no experience that can be compared to the EVS life. So if you are already inspired to become a volunteer, you can follow these steps to make it happen. Think about what you really want to do. Open the database of volunteering opportunities and take a look what is there. Remember, the European Voluntary Service consists of three elements: sending organization, hosting organization, and a volunteer. This one is you. There is a huge online community of volunteers and a lot of EVS opportunities. Definitely check some groups on Facebook. Feel free to send emails to organizations. Ask them if they need a volunteer or if they have an approved project you can work on. Don't aspire for big fancy capital cities. Also target organizations in smaller towns where you can get a real insight into the local culture. However, EVS is just one of the volunteering programs open to youngsters. The EU Aid Volunteers is a truly exciting initiative for those who want to contribute to global humanitarian aid operations. 4,000 people will become volunteers through this program by 2020. You can also make an impact through the United Nations Volunteer Program. Project management, engineering, human rights, medical assistance are among the main sectors where volunteers operate. If you want a luxurious life and a warm cappuccino in a capital city, avoid volunteering in general, as the aim is to improve the communities. 45% of the UN volunteers serve in the world's poorest countries. Now check the additional materials for more information on this initiative. To sum up, there are plenty of opportunities you can choose from to make an impact, but volunteering is definitely one of the best. As Sherry Anderson said, Volunteers don't get paid not because they are worthless, but because they are priceless.